Okay, so let us start with this basic circuit, basic series circuit. As you can see, there is only one cell or one power source and another two components, which are two resistors. Let us disregard first this one. So let us change this one into our number two. Okay, so as we can see, um, we will be completing this table by step, just like what we did in our classroom. So first step is to write all of the given in our circuit. So let's put this one. For our power source, we have 10 volts for our total voltage. The goal is to get the correct value for voltage for each resistor later on. Next is let us get the uh, resistance of each resistor. So let's start with R1. R1 is, as you can see, that is 300 ohms. Therefore, we will be writing 300 ohms for our R number 1. For R number 2, we have 200 ohms. Doon po siya kinuha. Ito po si R number 2. Now, to get the R total or the R equivalence or the resistance equivalence, um, R total or R equivalence, we have R plus 1 plus R or R sub 1 plus R sub 2 plus R sub 3 plus and so on and so forth. Kung gaano po karami yung resistor natin sa isa pong circuit, ganun po karami yung i-add po natin when it comes to our total resistance. Now, so we have this formula that a substitute. R1 is 300 ohms plus R2 is 200 ohms. So we add both of this, therefore we have 500. 300 plus 200, that is 500 ohms. That is the total resistance. Next step would be, let me erase this one. I'll just be erasing the this solution. If you need a solution, you can copy it. You can rewind the video. Next, we are done with the total resistance. The next thing to do is we get the current. Remember that in a series circuit, current stays the same for all loads. All throughout the circuit, pare-parehas po yung value ng current. So, ibig sabihin po, if we get the total current, that should be the current for R number 1 and R number 2, or resistor 1 and resistor number 2. According to Ohm's law, so we use the triangle. So we have voltage, we have current, and we have resistance. Now, what we're looking for is current. The formula for current using this triangle is I is equal to V divided by R. So dito po, usual misconception is ginagawa po ng karamihan or ng ilan po sa inyo kung ano po yung mas mataas na value, yun po yung nilalagay po sa atin pong dividend. Para hindi po malito, always include the unit sa inyo pong solution. And syempre po, use the formula. So we have this formula, voltage divided by resistance. First, substitute the formula para hindi na po malito. So we have 10 volts. Next, divided by 500 ohms. Yung iba kasi ang gagawin, 500 yung nasa taas kasi mas malaki yung value, 10 yung nasa baba as denominator kasi mas maliit yung value, which is not always the case. So you follow the formula, you substitute using the formula, then you solve. If you have your calculator, you can solve this one using the calculator. However, kung wala naman po, let me show you how to solve this one manually para po may recall po kayo. Again, ang nangyayari po dito 'pag nagma-manual may iba pong nalilito. In our fraction, we have the numerator, we also have the denominator. When applying this one sa atin pong division or manual division, si numerator po ang nasa loob. So we have numerator divided by the denominator. In our case, our numerator is 10 divided by 500. So 10 divided by 500 cannot be. So we borrow 0. Once you borrow 0, mag-add na po agad kayo ng decimal point. Put 0 here. 100 divided by 500 still cannot be. So we borrow 0. 1,000 divided by 500, that is, sorry, so that should be 2 amperes. 0.02 amperes. This is the value for our current, total current. And again, remember that once you get the total current for a series circuit, this is for a series circuit only, you can always copy it for all the loads or for all the resistors here in our current. Next task is to get the individual voltage. Sa series circuit po natin, recall lang po tayo. In our series circuit, dumadaloy po ang electricity from high potential to low potential. It starts with this one. Pagpasok niya po kay resistor number 1, mababawasan po yung voltage niya. Kasi po, kakain po ng voltage itong resistor number 1 po natin. Gumagamit siya ng voltage. Paglagpas niya po dito, bawas na po yung voltage na mare-receive po ni resistor number 2 bago siya makabalik dito sa atin pong terminal or bago po makomplete ulit yung cycle. So, how do we do that? So, we have the formula. Formula for voltage is V is equal to, using this triangle, nasa taas po si voltage. So, you have to multiply current and resistance. V is equal to IR. Now, you have to substitute. So, this is the formula. From this formula, we are looking for voltage of R1. So, we have this formula. Substitute po tayo. Our I, or current, so this is I, is 0.02 amperes multiplied by 300 ohms. Now, using the calculator, mabilis na po ito. Pero sa mga wala pong calcu, if you are going to multiply this one manually, ganito po siya i-multiply. So, we have 300 ohms multiplied by 0.02 amperes. So, we have 0, 0. Reserve na po natin yan. 0, 0, 2 times 3, that is 6. So, you have 0, 0, and so on. Now, so let me delete this first. So, we have 600. But, remember that we have two decimal numbers here. Your decimal point starts here sa whole number. We need to move the decimal point 2 times going to the left because we have two decimal numbers in our given. So the answer should be 6.0 or 6. So we have 6 volts. That is for our R number 1. So we have 6 volts. There are two ways to get the R number 2. Number 1 is you have to subtract the voltage from R1 dito po sa atin pong total voltage. You can get 4 volts. But with the use of our formula, makukuha po natin yung same answer na 4 volts. So we have, again po, from 10 volts, kumain po ito ng 6 volts. Yung natira po is 4 volts para po kay resistor number 2. Now, let us solve this one. To prove that, using the formula, we can still get the same answer. So we have 0.02 amperes multiplied by 200 ohms. Again po, so we have 2 times 2, that is 4. So that is 400. Since we have two decimal numbers here, we need to move the decimal point twice going to the left side. Final answer is 4 volts. For checking, you have to add the total voltage or the individual voltage. You should come up with the total voltage. Here in this given or in this problem, we come up with the exact same answer for the total voltage because we didn't round off the value of current. Hindi na po tayo nag-round off, therefore po, tama po ang makukuha natin for the total voltage. So we have 6 plus 4 is equal to 10 volts. Let us proceed with power. Again, for power, there are three different ways to get power. When it comes to this one, papasok na po yung preference nyo sa kung ano po yung formula na gagamitin po ninyo. Again, there are three formulas. I will be writing it here para lang po at least ma-recall po kayo in case po na wala po sa notes po ninyo. Kindly copy this one because this one is important. Okay, we have three formulas. First formula for power is if the voltage and current are given or present, power is equal to voltage multiplied by current. Another formula would be power is equal to current squared. If there's no voltage, we will be using the power and resistance. Current squared multiplied by resistance. Last, we have voltage squared if there is no power or if there is no current. If this is not given, you can still get the power. So we have V squared divided by R. But since we have voltage, preferably, most of you uses this formula. So let us proceed with this one. However, again po, na-try na po natin dito sa classroom. Regardless of the formula that you are using, we will always arrive with the same answer. Okay, so let us proceed. So let's get the power for resistor number 1. P is equal to VI. Our voltage is 6 volts multiplied by our current is 0.02 amperes. So we have 6 times 2, that is 12. Since we have two decimal numbers or 0.02 in our amperes or current, we need to move the decimal point twice going to the left. Therefore, final answer for the power for resistor number 1 is 0.12. Don't forget the unit, we have watts. 0.12 watts. 0.12 watts. Now, for R number 2 or resistor number 2, we will get the formula or we will get the power. Let's start with the formula, then substitute. You have 4 volts multiplied by 0.02 amperes. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. We have two decimal numbers. Move the decimal point to the left going to the left by 2. This is the decimal point. We still have space here. We add 0. Final answer would be 0.08 watts. 0.08 watts. Now, there are two ways to get the total power. And we will arrive with the same answer regardless of what we use. Since hindi nag-round off sa current, exactly makukuha yung 10 volts. Parehas po natin makukuha si power gamit ko yung dalawang method. First method is to add both power from resistor number 1 and resistor number 2. So we have 12 times or 0.12 times 0.8. Makukuha po natin is 0.20 or 0.2 watts. Now, let us use the formula. This time, for power, total power, we will be using total voltage divided by, or sorry, multiplied by, let us erase this one, total voltage multiplied by total current. Our total voltage is 10 volts, multiplied by total current natin 0.02 amperes. 10 times 0.02 is 0.2 watts. The same as our answer for this one by adding 0.12 and 0.08 watts earlier. So that is for our example number 1. Okay, proceeding with item number 2 or sample item number 2. So we have the same process. So this time medyo bibilisan po natin ng konti. Since I already explained kung paano po ito kinukuha sa first um, example po natin. So ano pong kaibahan? The only thing na nagbago po is this time from 2 resistors, meron na po tayong 3 resistors. So we have R1. So label this one as R2, resistor number 2, and this is resistor number 3. Step number 1, get the total voltage, which is given. Ito po siya, dito po siya kinuha. Step number 2, write all of the resistance for each resistor. So R1, we have 300 ohms. R number 2 is 100 ohms. R number 3 is 400 ohms. For the total resistance, for series circuit, we add all of the resistance of each resistors. So we have 300 plus 100 is equal to 400 plus another 400, that is 800 ohms. Next, so we have to find the current. Again, remember that once you get the total current, you just copy it for R number 1, R number 2, and R number 3. So we have so we have I is equal to V over R. Or simply, we have 10 divided by 800. So, right now, I will be using calculator po para po mabilis po tayo. So, we have 10 divided by 800. The answer should be 0.0125. 0. So, let us write this one. 0.0125 amperes. As you can see, one of our ruling po, again, ito po ay pang sa atin lang po muna ito. Different teachers or different professors po have different rulings regarding to the number of decimal numbers included in your final answer. But right now po, tayo po ay may 4 pa na decimal numbers. as our maximum po. As you can see, exactly 4 decimal numbers po ang meron tayo. Hindi tayo nag-round off, walang nadagdag, walang nabawas. Therefore, we can predict the total power. Um, Eto po hindi po siya laging ginagawa. I suggest po, hindi po siya gagawin. However, for the sake of prediction po, for the sake na tatama po tayo, kapag ka pinag-add natin mamaya lahat ng power natin to get the total power, gagawin po muna natin ngayon po sa atin pong sample problem na ito. So, so we have 10, or for power, we will be using V times I, or we have 10 multiplied by 0.0125. The answer should be 0.125 watts. Later on, we will check whether we get 0.125 watts if we add all of the value of power for each resistor. Now, proceed po tayo sa basic po natin. So, we already have the current. You have to copy the current for all of the resistor. So we have 0.125 amperes. Huwag pong kakalimutan ilagay ang proper unit. For current, we have amperes. For resistance, we have omega. For voltage, we have volts, or denoted by capital letter victory. Next. So just fill this up. 0.125 amperes. Next, let us get the voltage. Remember that voltage is equal to current multiplied by the resistance. So again, we will be using a calculator here para po mabilis din po tayo sa example po natin. And again po, you're allowed to use calculator sa lahat po ng gawain po natin, quizzes, even in our examination, you are still allowed to use calculator. That is why I require you to have calculator nung first part pa lang po ng topic po natin. So we have 300 multiplied by 0.0125. The answer should be 3.75. 3.75 volts. Next. So we have 100 here. So one of the technique po kapag ganito po ang given, you need to multiply using your calculator, you will get the same answer. But one of the shortcut here, any number multiplied by 1 followed by many zeros, basta puro zero po yung kasunod, ang pwedeng gawin dito is to adjust or to move the decimal point. Going to the right side by how many times? Kung ilan po yung zero. So meron tayong dalawang zero sa 100. Move tayo ng dalawa papunta sa right. The answer should be 1.25 volts. Next, if you are going to multiply 400 by 0.0125, you will get 5 volts. Or, ang pwede mong gawin is, since meron ka ng R1 and R2, pwede mo silang ipag-add. So, we have 3.75 plus 1.25 is equal to 5 volts. Then, i-minus mo sa 10 volts para makuha mo yung value ng R3. So, pwede po siya. Bakit tayo eksakto? Kasi po hindi po tayo nag-round off sa ampere. Now, let us proceed getting the power for each resistor. So, we have for power, gagamitin po natin for power is P is equal to VI. For resistance 1 or resistor number 1, our value should be 3.75 volts multiplied by 0.0125 amperes. So we have 3.75 times 0.0125. The answer is Okay. Dito po, there are two answers po for our total. Why? Kasi po ang lumabas po dito, 0.04687.5. So this is more than, or this has more than 4 decimal numbers. But we will see. So later on. So skip po muna natin to. So let us leave it there. Proceed po muna tayo sa R number 2. R number 2, we have 1.25. So we are using the same formula. We have 1.25 volts multiplied by 0.0125 amperes. Proceeding. So we need to multiply this to I'll be using calculator po para mas mabilis na. So we have 1.25 multiplied by, that is 0.0125. Answer should be, again po, we still get an answer that has more than 4 decimal numbers. 0.015625. 0.0152625. So that is for our R number 2. For R number 3, so we have 5. 5 multiplied by same amperes. So we have 0.0125 amperes. Again, using the calculator, so we have 0.0125 multiplied by 5. The answer would be 0.0625. 0.0625. Now, the thing is, if you add all of this, nang hindi tayo magra-round off, try this one now on your calculator. If without rounding off, we will get 0.125 as our answer. But, again, we have our ruling. Para po hindi na po kayo malito, let us get the fourth decimal number. Round off po tayo. We have 0.0469 watts. We have 0.0156. Kasi po, 2 po itong kasunod. Therefore, even if we round off, hindi po tayo magkakaroon ng additional 1 po para kay 6. Then we have 0.0625. Now let us try to add this one using the calculator if you're going to come up with the same answer. So by looking at it po, even without calculators, we have 6 plus 9, that is 15, plus 5, that is 20. So we have to carry 2. So we have 4, or sorry, so that is 15 pala. 15 lang po. 15 plus 1. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, plus 5, that is 8. Ayan po. Mag-iiba po ang sagot natin. Why? We rounded off. Nawala po ito at nawala din po ito. But if these are present, we will come up with the correct answer. So as of now, dalawa po ang pwedeng maging sagot natin. Either, so let me erase this one. Either we answer 0.125 watts or, so let me erase this part po para po may pagsulatan lang po tayo. Let us add this one. All in all po. So we have 0.0469 plus 0.0156. Okay. And ayun po, even with rounding off, ayan, sinuwerte po tayo dito, ano, tayo pala ay makakakuha ng same answer na 0.125 as our final answer. So let's move on with the next topic. But this time po, you are the one who will answer this one. I will just be guiding you in answering this one. For the final series circuit sample problem, your task is to answer this one, and we'll be checking your answer by the next face-to-face meeting. Now let us proceed with the parallel circuit. Okay, so this is the first example for our parallel circuit. Um, just a quick recall. In our series circuit, there's only one path for the current to flow. But this time, there are several paths. As you can see, this should be the path of the current, but there is a joint here. Therefore, the current will flow here. Some other current will continue. Others will flow here, and some other current will continue. Therefore, in a parallel circuit, the current is shared. Hindi na po siya yung constant natin dito. Meanwhile, yung voltage po natin, siya na po yung magiging constant value po natin or same all throughout sa lahat po ng mga resistors po natin. Now, since that is the case, let us solve this one step by step. Step number one is to write the total voltage. So we have 9 volts. And since sinabi ko po kanina na ang voltage po is constant, we just need to copy the value of the voltage. So we have 9 volts. Next, same process po tayo after copying the voltage or the value of voltage, copy the value of each resistance. Let us label this one. So this should be the R1, this should be the R2, and this should be the R3. Now, the thing is, in getting the resistance or the total resistance or equivalent resistance, um, there is a different process. R equivalent or R total is equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. If there are more than 3 resistors here, then continue. But since our formula or our given, we only have 3 resistors in our diagram, we stop at our number 3. Again, step number 1 after writing the formula is to substitute. Let us first write the value for each resistance. So we have 700 ohms. We also have 500 ohms and 100 ohms for our R3. The answer for this one is not 1,300 ohms. That is not the answer. Again, we are in series circuit. Therefore, we should have a lower resistance. Always remember that the R total or the equivalent resistance should be lower than the lowest value of our given. In our case, it should be lower than 100 ohms. Now, proceeding, going back with this step. So this is our step number 1 after getting the formula. Step number 1 is to substitute. So we have 1 over 700 plus 1 over 500 plus 1 over 100. Now, in order for us to get the correct total resistance, we should move on first with step number 2. In our step number 2, we need to get the LCD of this tree. You can do that by multiplying this 2 or by skip counting. Now, pipili po kayo kung ano po yung way na mas nadadalian po kayo. So, for example, we have our skip counting. So, we have, let's start with 700. After 700, we have 1,400. Then we have 2,100. We have 2,800. We have 3,500. After this one, we have 4,200. Let's start first with these numbers. Next, let us move on with 500. Later on po, hindi na po tayo mag-skip counting kaagad-agad kay 100 because as you can see, all of this number hanggang makarating tayo sa 4,200 and the skip counting for 500 are all divisible by, or the multiples of 500 are all divisible by 100. Therefore, kaya-kaya pong humabol ni 100 without the skip counting. Tatagal po tayo kapag ka po inisa-isa natin from 100 to 200 bago tayo makarating po sa 4,200 which is yung last po muna sa ngayon ng ating 700 or multiples of 700. Matatagalan po tayo. Now, so we have 500. After 500, we have 1,000. After 1,000, we have 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500. This is the first number na nagkaparehas po sila. And this two or this number is divisible by 10 or by 100. Therefore, we will be using our 3,500 as our 3,500 as our LCD. So far, ito po yung pinakamadali pong way. So now, proceed po tayo dito. So we have 3,500. How do we get the numerator? Kung hindi po kaya mag-divide kaagad-agad, since you already have this multiples or skip counting, magbilang lang po kayo. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer would be 5. But in reality, what happened is, we have 3,500 divided by 700. So the answer is 5. 5 times 700, you have 35, add 2 zeros, then we have 3,500. There's no remainder. Final answer is 5. Next. So nakailang 5 po tayo, nakailang 500 po tayo, we have 7. Plus 3,500 divided by 100. So we have 3. The answer should be 35, pero pinapakita ko lang po ito. So we have 300 minus, ayan po, bring down 50 or bring down the 0. 500 divided by 100 is 5. The answer should be 35. Then add 35 plus 7, that is 42, plus 5, that is 47 over 3,500. For our total resistance, step number 3, reciprocate, then divide. 3,500. When we say reciprocate, you interchange the value of the numerator and the denominator. 3,500 divided by 47. Okay, so let us use calculator. 3,500 divided by 47. The answer is, we have 74.4680, but the next number is 8. So sulat po natin 46808. We have more than 4 decimal numbers, so we need to round off. When we round off, mag-add po tayo ng 1 dito. Total po natin is 74.4681 ohms. Then you have to check. Si 74.4681 po ba ang lowest po natin when it comes to our resistance? The answer is yes, and therefore, our total resistance is correct. So let me erase this one. Next task is to get the individual value of our current. So to get that, our formula is I is equal to V over R. Wherein, if you're looking for R1, the given R, we have 9 volts divided by 700 ohms. Using the calculator, so we have 9 divided by 700. The answer should be 0.01285. So let us write this one, 0.01285. You should stop at this number, the fifth decimal number. Use this one to round off for the current to get the four decimal numbers. 0.012. Instead of 8, let us add 1, 9 amperes. Next, same thing. 9 divided by 500. The answer should be 0.018. 0.018 amperes. 9 divided by 100. The answer should be 0.09. Next, to get the total current, hindi po muna natin ipag-a-add ito. Why? We round it off with the first current. To get the most accurate current, so we have to follow the formula. So we have 9 divided by 74.4681. The answer should be 0.12085. 0.01285. But we need to round off to the fourth decimal number. Therefore, the final answer would be, instead of 0.0128, the answer should be 0.0129 ampere. Or rather, 0.12085. So, round off po tayo doon. So, yun po yung mapapalitan po. Magiging 9 po ang value. So, we have, instead of 8, magiging 9. So, let me erase this one para po mas maayos pong tingnan. 0.9 amperes. Next, let us get power. To get power, you need to multiply, 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 and multiply. Next, so we have 9 times 0.0129. The answer is 0.1161. 0.1161 watts. Next, 9 times 0.018. Answer should be 0.162. 0.162 watts. Next, so we have 9 times 0.9. The answer should be 0. This is 81 watts. Next, 9 multiplied by 0.1209. Answer should be 1.0881. 1.0881 watts. Now, so let us check whether we get the final or total power when we add all of this. Since nag-round off po tayo, there is a chance na hindi po sila parehas. But let us try. 0.1161 plus 0.162 plus 0.81. Okay. In our case po, nagtugma po sila. The answer should be 1.0881 watts. Some other cases, nangyayari po siya. But in some other cases, we can have two final answers and both are correct. Both are considered as correct. Example number 2 for parallel circuit. So we have the same process. Find the value of voltage first. So we have 9 volts, another 9 volts, 9 volts for the R2, 9 volts for the R1. Next, write the resistance for each resistor. So let us label this one as R1. So ito po si R1. So we have R2 and R3. What we can observe is the value of R1 and R2 are the same. They have 100 volts or 100 ohms and 150 ohms per hour for our resistor number 3. Therefore, you should expect that your answer for power and our answer for current for resistor 1 and resistor number 2 are just the same. Now let us get the resistance. Total resistance po natin, sometimes some other textbook called it equivalent resistance. Paano po siya sinusulat? REQ po. Minsan po ganyan po. Some other textbook po. So kindly check kung ano po ang nakasulat po sa inyong textbook. But since tayo po ay nasanay po na R total po ang ginagamit, they are just the same, but different wordings, R total po muna ang gagamitin po natin. So we have R total is equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Then substitute 1 over 100 plus 1 over 100 plus 1 over 150. Step 2, get the LCD, then add. The LCD of 100 and 150 is, by skip counting, we should be able to get 100, 200, 300, 400. Stop po muna tayo dyan. Ito po, mabilis naman po kasi siya ma-predict. So we have 150. Next, right after 150 is 300. Hindi na po natin kailangan tumawid pa sa 450 kasi po, as we can see, they have the same 300. Therefore, that should be their least common denominator. So we get the LCD, which is 300. To get the value of the numerator for each resistor, gagawin po natin the LCD divided by their denominator multiplied by their numerator. 300 divided by 100, lagyan po natin ng arrow. 300 divided by 100 is 3 multiplied by 1, that is 3. Since these two are just the same, you can copy the answer for the first resistor. Linawan po natin yung sulat, baka malito po kayo. So we have 3. Next, 300 divided by 150 is 2 times 1, that is 2. Then add. So we have 3 plus 3 is equal to 6 plus 2, that should be 8 over our LCD is 300. Step number 3, reciprocate then divide. Yung 8 po natin, instead na siya po ay numerator, magiging denominator. The 300 would now become the numerator. Then divide. 300 divided by 8, the answer is 37.5 ohms. Upon getting the final answer for the resistance, first thing that you do is to check whether your answer is smaller than the amount of resistance for every resistors na meron po tayo. We have 37.5 ohms. Now, upon checking, si 37.5 siya po ang pinakamaliit compare po kay 100 and 150 ohms. Therefore, the answer is correct. Proceeding with the next step. So we already got the value for voltage. We have the resistance. The next step is to get the individual value of each resistance or of each resistor for their current. Again, you should always recall the formula for Ohm's law. Yung triangle po natin, kailangan po lagi nyo po itong tanda kasi po lagi po siyang ginagamit. So we have voltage, current, and we have the resistance. Here, our formula should be I is equal to V over R. When you have this formula, hindi po kayo malilito. You have your calculator. Ibig sabihin po, hindi po kayo magkakamali ng compute unless nagkamali po kayo ng type or nagkamali po kayo ng placement ng given po natin. So that is why I always recommend that you should always write the unit. Because with the proper unit, hindi po nakakalito kung saan mo siya ilalagay. Substitute. For our number 1, your answer for your R number 1 is just the same as your answer for R number 2. Parehas lang po sila. So we have 9 divided by 100. The answer should be 0.09 amperes. Same lang po ito kasi same value. 0.09 amperes. 0.09 amperes. Next. 9 over 150 ohms. So we have 9 divided by 150. So cannot be. Borrow 0. Hindi pa rin po pwede. Now we have 900. So we have tatlong 300 po. That is 6 na 150. 6 times 150 is 900. Therefore, the answer for this one is 0.06 amperes. Now we get the total amperes. Una nyo pong gagawin is try to solve these two or try to solve current using these two given and use the formula. I is equal to V over R, in which in our case 9 volts divided by 37.5 ohms. So let us use the calculator. So we have 37.5 multiplied by 9. And multiplication, hindi po importante ang arrangement po kung sinong mauuna sa itatype mo. or kung sino po ang mahuhuli. Same lang po sila. 37. But this time po tayo pala ay magdi-divide, nakalimot po tayo. So magdi-divide po tayo. So we have 9 divided by 37.5. Answer should be 0.24. 0.24 amperes. Now, we can counter check. R1 po natin, 0.09. 0.09, our R number 2. 0.06, our R number 3. Then add. 9 plus 9 is equal to 18 plus 6, that is 24. 24 amperes. We get an exact same answer because we don't round off with our value of um, current earlier, or we do not round off the value of the total resistance. So kaya po eksakto po yung makukuha po natin. Okay, last task is to get the individual power or individual wattage. Again, you can use in either formula. There are 3 formulas. Kahit alin po doon, magagamit niyo po. But, pinakasanay po tayo dito sa P is equal to VI. So, ito po si voltage. Ito po si current. Multiply lang po sila. So, we have P times VI, 9 or 0.09 times 9. This is 81. There are 2 decimal numbers, 1, 2. Answer would be 0.81 watts. 0.81 watts. Same thing with here, 0.81 watts. Bakit po kinopya? Kasi po same lang po sila ng value. Next, 9 times 0.06. 0.06. So 9 times 6, that is 54. 2 decimal numbers, that should be 0.54. 0.54. Now let us try to add this one. Then counter check when we use the formula. When multiplying these two, check po natin kung mag-a-arrive po tayo sa tamang sagot. Okay. Number 1, add po muna natin. So we have 0.81, 0.81, then we have 0.54. The answer should be, so we have 1 plus 1 plus 4, that is 6. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 5, that is 21. So we have 2, carry 2, that is 2.16 watts. Lagay po muna natin sa labas. Then we multiply. 0.24 multiplied by 9. So we have 36, carry 3, that is 9 times 2 is equal to 18, plus 3, that is 21. 2 decimal numbers, 1, 2. So we have the same 2.16 watts. These are the correct answers for this given. Okay, for the last given for our parallel circuit or parallel connection, based on the previous examples, you should be able to answer this one. We will be checking your answers on the next face-to-face meeting. Okay, proceeding with the hardest part of hardest topic in electricity. solving combined circuit. Here, kailangan po medyo malawak po yung imagination po natin. You should be able to pinpoint and you should be able to determine which loads, which resistors are in series and which resistors are in parallel circuit. Bakit po siya importanteng malaman? Kasi magkaiba po ang way ng pagsasolve po natin using the series and parallel circuit. Let us proceed with example number 1. Okay, let's start with a basic example. What we have here is a combination of series and parallel circuit. What is a series circuit? First of all, when it comes to series circuit, there is a one path or a current to flow. And kapag ka may nasirang isa, may natanggal na isang parts or component, hindi na po gagana yung buong circuit. And let us identify which of these resistors are in series and which of these resistors are in parallel. First of all, let us label them. So this should be our resistor 1, this should be our resistor 2, and this should be our resistor number 3. So imagine this one. Kapag ka po ba sa resistor number 1, inalis po natin dito sa circuit na ito, gagana pa po ba yung circuit? In order for you to answer that, you have to imagine our electricity travels from high to low. Dadaloy po siya dyan. Dadaloy po siya dito. Dadaloy po siya pabalik sa source po natin. Yes. Now, question. Gagana po ba yung circuit? The answer is yes. Therefore, this is a series circuit without R number 1. Now, okay, let us continue. Now, let us change the scenario. Since we already know that even without the resistor number 1, gagana yung circuit, let us change the scenario. Say for example, inalis natin si resistor number 2. Think of this. Which resistor would still work? Can the resistor number 3 still work? The answer is no. Why? So let us trace again the track or the path of our current. It will start at the positive terminal from the high potential going to low potential. What will happen is, if the electricity tries to flow with this direction, as you can see, since inalis po natin or nasira po si resistor number 2, wala na pong path dito, hindi na po siya makakatawid, papunta po dito sa point natin dito. Now, what will the electricity will do? Dediretso po siya kay R1. Question. Siya po ba ay pupunta pa dito? The answer is no. Because this direction has higher potential compared to this direction. And besides, pag siya ay pumunta dito, what will happen? Hindi po siya makakatawid. And this is less likely possible kasi po, ang atin pong electricity, it only travels from high potential to low potential. This way, low potential po ito. So that is why daan po unang dumadaan yung electricity natin kapagka buong-buo po yung circuit. Pabalik po dito sa negative terminal natin. Therefore, eto pong R number 1 po natin is a parallel circuit. Parallel circuit po ito or in parallel connection. But, ito na po yung pinakamahirap na part. How do we know ilan po dito ang naka-series circuit or naka-series connection at ilan po dito ang naka-parallel connection? So, you will discover that one upon watching the whole video. Okay, let us start. First, you have to write all of the given. But this time, wala po tayong constant kasi po ito po ay mixed. Mixed connection po siya, combination of series and parallel circuit. So that is why what we're going to do is we have to write all of the things or all of the given that we can write. So we have 9 volts in total. We have the resistance. Resistor number 1, we have 100. Resistor number 2, we also have 100 ohms. And we have 150 ohms for our resistor number 2. Now, observe what happened earlier. Nasira si or inalis natin si R number 2. Sino po ang hindi gumana? R number 3. Therefore, R number 2 or resistor number 2 and resistor number 3 are in series circuit. These are in series circuit. How do we get the total? But the task is to simplify. Simplify the diagram or simplify the connection. When we are simplifying, inuuna po natin isolve yung series circuit before po si parallel circuit. And this is how we do it. Nalaman po natin sino po ang nasa series circuit, sila pong dalawa. At ito pong dalawa, nakaparallel po siya kay R1. So to get the total resistance or the equivalent resistance, we need to do this thing. R2 and 3 total. How do we do that? In a series circuit, remember that resistor 2 and resistor 3 are connected in a series circuit. Therefore, ang pagkuha po natin dito is R2 plus R3. And we have 100 plus 150 ohms. That is, we have a total of 250 ohms. 250 ohms. Ito po si R2 and 3. 250 ohms. Pag pinagsama po sila because they are in series. However, that is not our final answer. By simplifying, so let me erase this one. Nakuha po natin yung total resistance po ng R2 and 3. Let me rewrite the diagram. So since pinagsama na po natin si R2 and R3, ganito na po ang itsura niya. In reality, hindi po siya magme-merge as one resistor. But the value itself, nag-merge po siya. So, ibig sabihin po, pwede po natin siyang i-illustrate as one resistor only. Now, we have 100 ohms and we have 250 ohms. R1, R2, and 3. Now, what we have observed is, ang itsura po nito, naging parallel circuit na po siya. With this one, We can now get the total resistance. By doing what? By solving this one using the parallel um, parallel connection or the formula for resistance in parallel connection. And this goes like this one. R total 1 over R1 plus 1 over combined value of 2 and 3. Substitute 100 ohms 1 over 250 ohms. Their LCD is, when we skip count po, so we have 250, next is 500, we have 100, 200, and we can get up to 500. Therefore, their LCD is 500. 500 divided by 100 is 5 times 1, still 5. Plus 500 divided by 250, the answer is 2. So times 1, still 2. Then add. We have 5 plus 2, that is 7 over, copy the denominator, 500. Step number 3, reciprocate, then divide. We have 500 divided by 7. So let us use the calculator. So we have 500 divided by 7. The answer is 71.42857, but we need to round up to the fourth decimal number. Final answer would be 71.4286. 71.4286. Okay. Now, we can get the value of the total current. Total current. So remember in our series connection, the constant is, or the constant value is current. The constant value is current. But in a parallel connection, the constant value is voltage. So why is that information very important in this situation? Because we are getting the voltage, individual voltage and individual current, also individual power of each resistor. We combine R2 and 3. Now we have to imagine things. What we're going to solve is, again, this travels with high potential to low potential. Our given is 9 volts. Therefore, at the start of the circuit, meron po tayong 9 volts na magta-travel po papunta po dito. Now, in a parallel connection, yung voltage po natin is same po na 9 volts. As we can see, parallel po ito. Therefore po, may 9 volts para kay R1, 9 volts po para kay R, mali, R2 and R3. But the problem is R2 and R3 are in series connection. What does this mean? This only means na kapag dumaan po si voltage dito, may 9 volts dito. Pero pag dumaan siya dito kay R number 2, mababawasan yung voltage na makukuha po ni R number 3. Now, since these two are in parallel connection, therefore our R1 has the same voltage. 9 volts po ito. What we're going to compute is the voltage for our R number 2 and R number 3. But we cannot do it. Why? Kasi po, hindi po natin nako-compute yung total current and yung individual current po nila. Our clue is, our only clue here is that we have the total value for our resistance and total value for our voltage. Now let's start with this one, current. In order for us to get the current, again, our formula is I is equal to V over R. Let me erase this part po. Baka pumalito kayo, wala pong point yung 9 volts natin doon. Okay. In which, when we substitute, our voltage is 9 divided by 71.4286. 9 divided by 71.4286. The answer is 0.125999. 0.125999 and so on. This is the fourth decimal number. We round it off. Ito pong 9 magiging 10. Carry 1 po. The answer should be 0.12. Instead of 5, we added 1, 6. 6 amperes. This is the total ampere. Total current. But, eto na naman tayo. Sabi ko nga po sa inyo, itong part na to, or itong lesson na ito, yung pinakamahirap po. But, remember that in a parallel circuit, sa parallel circuit po natin, voltage constant, current, hindi po constant, magkaiba po sila. Therefore, balikan po muna natin. Sa series po, baliktad. Voltage, magkaiba. Current, constant. Constant po ito. Now, ano mangyayari? Si R2 at R3, same current. Si R1 po ang maiiba. Now, let us get the current for R1. Current for R1 is, we have 9 divided by 100. Saan po nanggaling? Formula po natin na V over I. 9 over 100, that is 0.09. 0.09. Now, if this is our case, how do we get the current for R number 2 and R number 3? R number 2 and R number 3, meron po silang, ima-minus po natin ito. 0.126, ito po yung total natin, I total minus R number 1, which is 0.09. So we have to bring down 6. 12 minus 9, that is 3. 0. Ayan. So we have 0.036 amperes. If we have 0.036 amperes for our resistor number 2, we should also have that one for our resistor number 3 because they are in series circuit or in a series connection. Last, or at last, we can now get the value for voltage. To get the value for voltage, we have V is equal to IR. We only need to multiply. So we have this one, 0.036. Sabi nga po natin, nagbabawas po tayo ng voltage dito. Kasi dadaan kay R2, mababawasan, bawas na po yung dadaan kay R3. Okay, so we have this one, 0.036 times 100. We adjust the decimal point going to the right by 2. The answer would be 3.6 volts. Next, 150 times 0.036. 150 times 0.036. The answer is 5.4 volts. 5.4 volts. Now, as you can see, when we add these two, 3.6 plus 5.4, we will get 9 volts. That is our total. Next, to get the power, since we already have this one, meron na po tayong voltage, current, and resistance. Therefore, madali na po si power. Power po natin is P is equal to VI. Number 1, so we have 9 or 0.09 times 9. This should be, and times 9 is 81. To decimal number, this is 0.81 watts. Next, 3.6 times 0.036. The answer is, let us use calculator, 3.6 times 0.036. The answer is 0.1296. 0.1296. 0.01296 watts. And last, 5.4 times 0.036. The answer is 1944. 0.1944. 0.1944 watts. Now, later on, we will add all of this to check whether our answer with the total power is correct. Next, we have 9.1, or sorry, 9 times 0.126. The answer is 1.134. 1.134. Saan po nanggaling ito? We multiply this 2. 0.126 times 9. Answer is 1.134. Now, let us try to add. To check whether our final answer is correct when we add all of this. 0.81, 0. In adding decimal numbers, lagi niyong pagtatapatin yung 0 point. Ito po, yung decimal point. So we have 0, 1, 2, 9. Okay, hindi pala tayo nakapag-round off po dito. But, try po muna natin gamitin. Next, 0.1944. Okay, if this is the case po, since hindi po tayo nag-round off dito, probably we will get the same answer for this one, 1.134. So we have 6, or probably hindi tayo makapag-come up dyan. So maalin man po doon. But these are both correct. So we have 3, we have 7, we have, and we have, okay, medyo malayo po. What if we round off? We will be rounding off. Let us change the value of this second power. Instead of 0.01296, magiging 0.013. Just for proving. 0.81, 0.013, 0.1944. Okay, so we have this one. Okay. At least now lumapit po tayo. 1, 1 or 1.1174. At least po lumapit tayo dito sa final answer natin. Since marami po tayong round off na ginawa, magkakaiba po talaga yung magiging final power po natin. But if you are going to ask, sir, alin po ang pinakatama dyan? Ang pinakatama po natin dito is eto po. So you have to rely on the formula itself. Okay, that's it. Let's proceed with the last example. Okay, in our last example, eto medyo madugo po. But in reality, madali lang po siya. First is to identify which resistors are in parallel and which resistors are in series. We have 60 volts, we have 10, 5, 2, 3, 10, 5 ohms. Medyo mabababa po yung value po per hour resistance. Now, I want you to imagine things. Inalis natin si R2. Gagana ba yung buong circuit? Yes. Gagana po siya. These are all connected. Therefore, lahat po ito nasa isang series circuit. Maliban kay R2. Pag nawala si R2, tuloy po ang daloy po ng current. But what if nawala po si R5 or R4? The thing is, tuloy pa rin po ang circuit natin. Closed circuit pa rin po ito. But the problem is, sino po ang magmamalfunction? R5 tsaka R6. Why? Dadaloy po si kuryente since wala na pong dadaanan dito. Diretso na po siya dito. And it travels from high potential to low potential. Pabalik na po kaagad siya doon sa atin pong power source. So that's it. Therefore, sino po ang nakaseries, sino po ang nakaparallel? We can simplify this one. Ang nakaseries po natin dito is yung buong circuit. Sino po ang nakaparallel? Ito pong dalawa. Kasi gumana ang circuit natin kahit wala si R4. Gumana ang circuit natin kahit wala si R2. Pero hindi gagana ang circuit pag wala si R1 at wala si R3. Therefore, ang nakaparallel natin is this one and this one. Dalawa po ang nakaseries natin dyan. Now, let us solve. Let us start with getting the total voltage, 60 volts. Next is write the resistance. For R1, we have 10 ohms. For R2, we have another 10 ohms. For R3, we have 5 ohms. For R4, we have another 5 ohms. For R5, we have 2 ohms. And for R6, we have 3 ohms. How do we get the total resistance? First, solve the series circuit first. Ito muna, yung naka-series muna. To get that, kailangan po natin makuha yung value ng R4, 5, and 6. R4 po natin, our formula is R4 plus R5 plus R6. Since tatlo lang po yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. Substitute the value. 5 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 10 ohms. With this, may 10 ohms na po tayo. Again, kailangan po medyo magaling po kayo mag-imagine dito. Pinagsama-sama natin si R4, R5, and R6. Therefore, we can rewrite our diagram as this one. This is our power source, the battery. This is our R1. This is our R2. This is our R3. The R4, 5, and 6, since pinagsama-sama natin yung resistance nila, it will act as a one resistance or one resistor only. Let us write the different value or the new value. So we have 10 ohms. We have another 10 ohms. We have another 10 ohms for this one, and we have 5 ohms for our resistance number 3. So remember that these 3 are in series. Ibig sabihin, mamaya po alin ang parehas sa kanila, pare-parehas po yung current nila. Pare-parehas yung current nila. Next, we solve this one. Now, let us solve for what's next is you have to simplify this. Simplify nyo po muna ito. And this circuit is parallel or series. For you to answer that, you have to imagine things. Alisin nyo po si R, 4, 5, and 6. Inalis nyo po ito. Gagana pa po ba? Yes po. Gagana. Gagana po. Alisin nyo po si R2. Gagana pa po ba? Yes po. Gagana. Dito po ang travel niya. Therefore, these two are in parallel connection. Nakaparallel po sila. Pero pag inalis mo si R1 or si R3, hindi na po gagana yung buong yan. Therefore, nakaseries po sila. Let's solve for this one. Let us simplify this thing first. How do we do that? We have R equivalent, or sorry, sanay nga pala tayo since nasa book po natin R total. R total is equal to, since we have R2, bakit po ito ang ginamit na formula? Again, these thing are in parallel connection. Plus 1 over R 4, 5, and 6. Value is 1 over 10 plus 1 over 10. In this case, hindi na po natin kailangan kuhanin sa LCD. Bakit po? They have a common denominator. Therefore, we can skip getting the LCD, but still we need to add them. So we have 1 plus 1, that is, ba't po tayo dito? That is 2 over 10. Reciprocate, we have 10 over 2. 10 divided by 2, that is 5 ohms. 5 ohms. Now, let us draw another circuit. Now, we will be simplifying the whole thing. Ito pong dalawa, these two, pinagsama natin, their value is 5 ohms. Therefore, pwede natin siyang isulat or i-drawing as this one. Okay, this should be our R1. This should be our R3. This should be now the R combined R2, 5, or sorry, 2, 4, 5, and 6. The value of this one is 10 ohms, another 5 ohms, and another 5 ohms. Saan po nakuha yung 5 ohms? Ito po siya. Yung isinolve po natin. That is 5 ohms. Now, malapit na po tayo sa atin pong pagkuha ng total resistance or equivalent resistance. What have you observed is that the earlier version of our diagram transforms from a combined series and parallel circuit into, ano po mapapansin natin? Naging series circuit na po siya. Series circuit na. And now, to get the R total, meron po tayong R1 plus R, yung magkakasama po, combined. 2, 4, 5, and 6 plus R3. Substitute the value. We have 10 ohms plus the value of R2, 4, 5, 6 is 5 ohms plus another 5 ohms for our resistance or resistor number 3. 10 plus 5 is 15 plus 5, that is 20 ohms in total. Therefore, the total resistance of this whole circuit is 20 ohms. Sobrang tagal, ano po? Sobrang dami pong nangyari. But, step by step po, when breaking down this whole circuit into simpler one, into series and parallel connections, nakuha po natin yung tamang sagot. Now, let us proceed with the current. For us to get the current, so let me erase this one. Natapos na po tayo sa pinakamahirap na part, pupunta na po tayo sa pinakamadaling part ulit using the Ohm's law. To get current, our formula is I is equal to V over R. In our case, we have 60 volts for our total divided by 20 ohms. Answer would be 3 amperes. 3 amperes. Next. Aalamin po natin kung sino-sino po ang nakasiris dito. We know that these are in series connection. Color blue po. Nakasiris si R1, si R3. Ito po yung main line po natin. Nakasiris po ito, pero in a different connection. Nakaparallel po si R2, nakaparallel siya kay R4, 5, and 6. Now, how do we solve this one? Sino-sino po yung nakakakuha ng 3 amperes? Ang nakakakuha po ng 3 amperes ay si R1 kasi po wala po siyang parallel connection and R number 3. Therefore, we have 3 amperes here. We have 3 amperes here. Now, let us get the voltage. To get the voltage, we have multiplying the resistance and the current, or V is equal to IR. So, we have 30 volts. 3 times 5, we have 15 volts. Now, eto po, nakakalito na po. Ano, kasi medyo marami na. However, I decided po na i-video po ito para po mabalik-balikan nyo. Probably, hindi po siya makukuha ng isang upuan. Hindi siya makukuha ng 2 upuan, 2 pakinigan. Pag pinaulit-ulit nyo po, probably makukuha nyo na po siya. Okay. You are not stuck with this thing. Hindi po tayo na-stuck dito. Ano pong babalikan po natin? The concept of series and parallel circuit. In our series circuit, ang constant po is current, while the voltage is different. In our parallel circuit, ang constant po natin is voltage. Constant. While ang atin pong current is different. Now, we have 30 volts and 15 volts for our R2 and R3. When we combine them, meron po tayong 45. Ibig sabihin po, yung remainder po, total natin is 60 volts. Ito po yung 60 volts. Ang 60 volts po, R1, R3 plus the remaining or the combination of R2, 4, 5, and 6. Pero si R1 meron tayong 30 volts, meron tayong 15 volts dito. What remains is meron po tayong natira doon. Ang tira na lang po natin dito, we have 30 plus 15, that is 45. Let us subtract this one from the total voltage. The answer is we have 15 volts. Nakaparallel po. Nakaparallel si R2, R4, 5, and 6. They are in parallel connection. Therefore, they should have the same voltage na 15 volts, 15 volts, 15 volts, 15 volts. Bakit po magkakaparehas sila? Again, they are in parallel connection. Parallel connection has constant voltage or they have the same value for voltage. And therefore, ano po yung aasahan natin? Magkakaiba po ang current nila. Now, how do we solve the current? In order for us to get the current, we have I is equal to VR. 15 divided by 10, that is 1.5 amperes. 1.5 amperes. Next, since we have 1.5 amperes here, and as we can see, pag breakdown po natin sila, they are in parallel connection. Meron po tayong 1.5 amperes earlier para po sa ating R number 2. This is 1.5 amperes. But the total ampere is, or the total current is 3 amperes. Therefore, what remains is 1.5 amperes na lang po. 1.5 amperes. Question. Si 1.5 amperes po, maghahatian ba siya ng R number 6, R number 5, and R number 4? The answer is no. Hindi na po siya paghahatian ng tatlong resistor na yon. Bakit po? They are in series connection. And remember, in series connection, current are the same. They have the same current but different voltage. Now let us write 15 amperes, 15 amperes, 15 amperes. Now, let us erase the voltage for R4, R5, and R6. Earlier, sinulat natin siya as 15 voltage. Bakit po? Kasi po, they are in parallel connection. They are in parallel connection with the R number 2. R number 2. Nakaparallel po kasi sila dito. And they have the same voltage. But the thing is, when we break this thing, eto po ang pinaka-itsura niya. Tatlo po sila na nasa series circuit. In our series circuit, they have different value of voltage. Ibig sabihin po, itong 15 volts, paghahati-hatian pa po nila. Let us erase this one now. Yung process kanina ng pagsulat po ng 15 volts dito sa R4, 5, and 6, pwede nyo pong hindi isulat. Pwede nyo siyang hindi gayahin, pwede nyo siyang skip. But, personally, sinadya ko po siyang isulat dyan para lang po, for the sake po na malaman nyo po na ito po ay naka-series or naka-parallel circuit or naka-parallel connection. Kaya siya naandyan. In reality, pwede nyo siyang i-skip. Depende po sa preference nyo. Kung mas okay sa inyo na isinusulat din siya tapos buburahin po kapag ka nakuha na po yung current, much better din naman po. Depende na po ito sa preference nyo. So that is why wala pong grade yung solution natin or wala pong score. Kasi po magkakaiba kayo ng gagawin dito. Hindi kayo pare-parehas ng preference. To get voltage, paano po yung ginagawa? V is equal to IR. 15 times 5. So we have 5 times 5, that is 25. So we have 75 volts. Or sorry, this is 1.5, 7.5 volts. Next, 1.5 amperes times 2, that is 3 volts. 3 times 15 or 1.5, that is, so we have 15 times 3 or 5 times 3 is equal to 15, carry 1. 3 times 1 is 5 or 3 plus 1, that is 4.5 volts. After getting all of this, okay, tapos na po tayo sa pinakamahihirap na part. After getting all of this, we can now proceed finally in getting the individual power. Number one, let us first get the power. P is equal to VI. So we have 3 times 60. The answer is 180 watts. This should be the total. Next, let's start with R1. 3 times 30, that should be 90. But 9 lang. Ulitin natin. 90 watts. Next, 15 times 1.5. So let us answer this one. So we have 25. So we have 7 and we have 15. The answer is 5, 2, 2. So we have 22.5. 22.5 watts. Next, 15 times 3, that is 45 watts. 7.5 times 15. So, para mabilis na po at matapos na po ito, gamit na po tayo ng calcu. 1.5 times 7.5. Answer is 11.25. 11.25 volts, or sorry, watts. 1.5 times 3. So, we have 4.5 watts. And we have 4.5 times 1.5 times 4.5. The answer is 6.75. Final rechecking. Sobrang dami nangyari, but we finally made it na masagutan po lahat ito. Final rechecking is to add all of them. So we have 90 watts, 22.5 watts, 45 watts, 11.25. Or ito, lagyan po natin ng 0.00, 0.00 para hindi kayo malito. Next is 4.5, 6, sunod natin, 6.75 watts. So we have 10 is equal to 0. Next, 6, 7, 8, 13, 20. 2, 4, 9, 10. Plus another 10, that is 20. So we have 11 plus 2, that is 13, plus 4, That is 17 plus 1, that is 18. So we have 180 watts. Finally, we arrive at the final answer. And these are the correct answer. Again po, this part I already warned you. After the exam pa lang po ng prelim natin, sinabi ko na sa inyo, alin po ang pinakamahirap na part. Eto na po yon. So it took me 25 minutes to discuss this one thoroughly. Probably, hindi talaga siya makukuha ng isang panooran, isang upuan. Use this one as a guide po para po masagutan niyo po ng tama yung magiging assessment po natin for this one. And for the last slide, so this will become your independent practice. You can watch the last two slides. It is regarding for the mix or the combination of series and parallel connection before answering or while answering this table. So that's it for today. Good luck, grade 9.